Hello everyone, welcome back to a brand new video on my channel. So today I'm going to be talking about the Mario movie. Dun dun dun. So I'm going to have this into two parts. A no spoiler will be the beginning, and then a spoiler at the end, and then maybe a conclusion. We'll see how this goes. This is not scripted. Anyways, the Mario movie just came out today as I'm recording this. I just literally watched it. Starting with the movie. The movie starts off great. It starts off strong. It shows Mario and Luigi. I would say it very well introduces them. You get a good feel about who they are. And throughout the movie, specifically Mario, because Luigi doesn't get much screen time. So if you're watching the Mario movie specifically to see Luigi, he does not show up that much. I'm assuming that they're going to focus about him more in the second one, if the second one comes out. But in this particular first one, Mario becomes just a random dude from Brooklyn and becomes the Mario. Like, he earns the right to be the Mario. Obviously, I think we got to talk about the elephant in the room, which is Chris Pratt. Did he do a good job acting as Mario? I would say he did a decent enough job. He portrayed Mario. I feel like a different voice still could have been better, and I would say that for Peach too. I didn't really like Peach's design or just Peach's voice actor. Didn't really feel like Peach. It just felt like a random character. Now, there's another elephant in the room, I guess. It's not as big, but a lot of people are talking about, like, the controversy of if they made Peach, you know, too, like, if she lost, like, her femininity or whatever. I would still say that she's still gentle and kind. If you look at the movie, she definitely cares about her kingdom. There's a lot of decisions that she makes in the movie that she makes because of her kingdom, but she's also not, like, gonna sit around and wait for someone. No, I wouldn't say that. I would say that she is waiting for Mario. Like, I don't know. You have to watch the movie to understand. Obviously, in the spoiler section, I'll talk a lot more about this subject because it is a head dive canon too. Also, if you're looking for, like, some nostalgia, and if you're looking for any lore, like, just look at the trailers or just look at the movie. If you pause the movie at any second, I guarantee you some of those scenes will take hours to analyze. It's so much. It's not a bad thing, but they really carried with the lore. Like, Sonic the Hedgehog, quick thing, the first movie had, like, almost no lore. Like, it was literally just Sonic the Hedgehog. And so, I would say that Sonic walked so that the Mario movie could run. Or I guess Sonic ran at super lightning speed so that Mario could jump over Goombas. I don't know. Because in the Mario movie, like, they definitely went all in with all the lore, and obviously you can just look at the trailers yourself to see what's in there. Toad, I would say he's a strong character. He's not afraid. He's definitely like the Toad from specifically in, like, the games. He definitely reminds me of, like, the Toad that's like, come on, Mario! He's, like, very protective but very happy. Like, he's kind of like the comedic side relief, and he brings a good vibe. I don't know, he brings a good setting. Like, I really liked him as a character. A ton of the jokes he made, I was laughing. I will say that I did cry a bit at the end, like, just hop into that. But I cried. Okay, I teared up. I was emotional. Anyways, Donkey Kong. He shows up a bit more in the middle of the film. The middle of the film, I did not expect it to lay out the way it did, but it was strong. That's really where the story really picks up. Like, the beginning of the story, it's definitely doing a lot of introductions, okay? It's introducing you to who Princess Peach is, who's this, who's that. And the middle does introduce you to Donkey Kong, but it does so in a fun way that also adds on to the story. You know what I mean? I will say that the beginning of the movie, it only works when Mario meets Peach. It only works because it's Mario and Peach. Like, if it was any other two characters, I don't think it would have worked. And under the circumstances, like, they got really lucky with the circumstances. And the continuation, I'm gonna tell you that once after Donkey Kong and Mario meet, my mouth was dropping every single second. There was a ton of plot twists. I could not believe it. I was like, oh my goodness gracious. Oh my goodness gracious. Like, I would recommend watching the movie. Like, just because of those middle scenes that my jaw was dropping the entire time. Also, I was a bit concerned about Bowser. But I did make a theory, or I did make a little video where I was like, what if Bowser sings? He does sing! Just not how you were expecting it to. My jaw dropped again when he sang because it was really interesting. Anyways, no, you just have to watch it. You have to watch it. That was my phone. Anyways, spoiler part. I'm going into spoilers now because I'm in the mood for spoilers. So, Princess Peach. We're going to talk about the giant elephant in the room about Princess Peach. I saw a video. I haven't watched it yet, but I saw the thumbnail. It was like, did the new Mario movie ruin Princess Peach? No. No. She's allowed to be warrior princess, okay? Like, I know, like, in modern movies, especially nowadays, the princesses are just so good at everything. But I'm just going to tell you something. We meet Princess Peach at her all-time high. We meet her when everything is going well. Of course she's going to be good at stuff. And when she finishes, there's like this maze thing that Mario can't figure out how to do it. And overnight, he progressively gets better at it. But he doesn't complete it. And it's perfect. And Princess Peach, she got it first try. And you know what? That's okay. I think some people are genuinely just better at other things than others. And I'm not saying she's not the one who ends up saving the day. And she still relies on Mario. And, you know, she still cares about him. Like, she's not like, oh my goodness gracious, there's Mario. Like, the moment she sees him, she definitely becomes like, oh, I'm going to take him with me. Like, she becomes very, like, attached to Mario. Like, I don't know, like, a lot of people are kind of upset that she's like a warrior princess. Have you seen her in Super Smash Bros? Have you seen her in Mario Kart? No. I just think that it was the right choice. I feel like in some scenes it could have been toned down just a tad. But honestly, I'm going to take it as a fact encountered a problem that has, like, really defined her morals. Like, everything she's doing, she never really does anything that's, like, absolute, like, battle. She does things because she's smart. Like when she gets Toad to bring her a bouquet of flowers. She has a blue ice flower in there. And she doesn't necessarily fight. She just freezes everyone. Okay? And then once everyone starts coming at her, she can't do it. And that's why she has to rely on Mario. Okay? You see, that's where I think the good balance is. Like, Peach is just really smart. She knows her surroundings. And when they told us that she finished the track on the first try, honestly, I don't really think they needed to do that, but when they told us that she did it on the first try, it makes sense. She grew up almost her entire life there. She knows how every single piece works. Mario didn't know that. If he maybe knew how all the pieces worked. Like, honestly, if I were to pick up a Super Mario game right now, the first time I played it, obviously I couldn't do it, but now I could probably beat it first try, and I'm not that good at gaming because I know how all the pieces work. I know what this piece does. I know what that piece does. And that's how Peach is. That's the kind of princess that she is. And she's still loving and caring. Like, you can still be fighting. She's fighting for her kingdom because she loves her kingdom. She loves her Toads. She's still gentle and caring. I still think that the voice actor could have been someone else, honestly, and her design just doesn't look like Peach. But that's just my personal opinion. It didn't ruin the movie for me. It just exists. And so, but I feel like she still loves her people. Like, she still loves her Toads. I think if they got a good mixture of like, oh, I know how to fight because I'm royalty and I should know how to protect myself because, you know, if I die, there was no lineage to the throne, so I should know how to protect myself. Like, honestly, it would be kind of dumb if she didn't know how to protect herself. Like, actually think about it for like 3 seconds. The Toads cannot protect themselves. So of course, she has to be good at this. And of her being smart. Like, that's why she's the ruler, because she's smart. And I'm not saying that she's perfect. I just think that we met her in a moment where she's at her all-time high. And that's why. But you can definitely see the flaws coming through. You know, like, she does not know how to lead an entire army. Like, she got the army for 5 minutes and lost it completely. Like, that's what I'm telling you. When it actually comes to battling, she needs help and she understands. Sorry, I'm back. Anyways, the absolute plot twist for me was when I was watching the movie and I was thinking for a quick second, how is this going to work? Why in the video games, Bowser always wants to like marry Peach. And in this one, he's just going to destroy the whole kingdom. And then he's like, and we got the star. And then I'm going to marry Princess Peach. And then the whole like thing is silent. And it was perfect. My jaw dropped. And then the blue shell. Sorry, I gotta take a moment to appreciate the blue cell scene. When like Donkey Kong and Mario like got away, and I was like, yes, they got away from the blue shell guy. And then the guy goes, I'm a blue shell, you can't run away from me. And he did the spinny thing, and then he destroyed them. I kid you not, every single time I'm playing Super Mario Brothers, like, kart game. What is it called, Super Mario? It's the one with the go-kart. I'm sorry, my brain's not working today. I know what it is. I'll come up with
look at like at the end of the video. But it's where like they're driving, and every single time I'm so close to getting the finish line, and then someone gets the blue shell, and then I die. And I've only had 2 times I was able to escape the blue shell. Don't ask me how I did it, I just did. And you like actually can't escape it. And it was so perfect.
And then my jaw dropped when they just started attacking them on Rainbow Road. I really genuinely liked Bowser. Bowser was a good villain, and him wanting to marry Peach was just the cherry on top. It just made it all so perfect. I don't know how. And the interrogation scene with Luigi, and how like he wasn't jealous of Mario because he thought he could defeat him. He was jealous of Mario because he thought that Mario would have a better chance with Princess Peach than him. And I'm just gonna tell you something. He does, honestly. But it's just, I like how the whole time we think that it's like in the trailers, it makes us think that he thinks that Mario is a threat. But in reality, he thinks it's a threat to his romance, his relationship. And so when he turns little tiny at the end of the movie, that was good. And when he called Princess Peach Peaches, that was perfect. I honestly would just recommend watching the movie. But just Bowser in general, he was such a good villain. I don't have really anything bad to talk about him. I am kind of sad that we didn't get any backstory about Bowser. Like, it was just like, I will make everyone suffer like I did. If he said that line, I was like, what did you do to suffer, my guy? You were literally the king. You have this invincibility star. And I was just there like, what did he do? Also, when Luigi and Mario had the star, and the song started to play. Dun, 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 dun. I was freaking out. My jaw was dropped. It's amazing. Loved it. So I don't know. And okay, the part I said I was tearing up in a certain part. I want to talk about this. The part where Mario was like, he was all bruised up and he was in like this little shop, and I saw the TV and I was like, the TV's gonna play the commercial. The TV's gonna play the commercial, and the TV played the commercial. And it was him, and it was like him and his brother. It's like Super Mario Bros. And we're like, we save Brooklyn, we save Brooklyn. And it was that moment that he got up and he left and he continued fighting, because that's the kind of person Mario is. He's not a random dude from Brooklyn anymore. All of this suffering, he is now Mario. And when he stood there and he was fighting and he was about to get obliterated by fire, and Luigi came in clutch, and he's like, whatever we do together, whatever we do, if we do it together, we'll be okay. And it was so beautiful. Honestly, I feel like, again, we could have gotten a bit more Luigi. I'm so sad we didn't get more Luigi. Like, I'm so disappointed we didn't get more Luigi. Although, to be fair, Luigi was the only one besides Peach who got like a backstory. You get to see him, how Mario always protected him. So I will say we did get a bit of backstory on Luigi, but that beautifulness, it's like he loves his brother no matter what. Even though he was absolutely terrified, he still went with him. And again, I'm happy that Luigi and Mario were the ones who defeated Bowser. Again, if you look at it, Peach didn't destroy Bowser. This movie, I feel like overall, besides Chris Pratt, the voice could have been better, and Princess Peach, I liked everything about her except for her voice and the way she looked. I think it was a really good movie. I think Toad, I should talk about Toad. Toad, honestly, lovable sidekick. Spoilers here. Him calling Mario his best friend right away just seems something like Toad would do. I don't know. It was just such a great representation of Toad. I just couldn't say anything, which is so perfect.
Oh, I'm upset. The Looney showed up, right? Hey, Looney, and we know the mother of Looney, Rosalina, she doesn't show up. Like, not even at the end credits. We didn't even get to see like a wand. We didn't even get to, like, maybe in the distance, like that he like goes away, and then like an arm grabs him or something, and we know it's Rosalina because like her sleeve just like something with Rosalina. She's literally the mother of Looney. They're telling us Looney got captured and didn't get to see Rosalina.
Anyways, we didn't get to see Daisy. Plot twist. We did get to see a little bit of Yoshi. Apparently, there's an end credit scene that I didn't get a chance to see, because like an end credit scene where it's like in the Brooklyn sewage, and then there's a green egg cracking, and of course it's gonna be Yoshi. Who else would it be? Imagine it's not Yoshi. That'd be hilarious. Anyways, yeah, I guess that's my whole thing. Here's the conclusion right here with no spoilers. I would just recommend watching the Mario movie. Overall, the combination of all these characters, I feel like they were represented very well. I didn't really talk about Donkey Kong, did I? Donkey Kong was good. They played his song, that fan-made song, DK, Donkey Kong. So there you go. That's my conclusion. We're going to talk about Donkey Kong. Just watch the movie. If you're a Mario fan, you're going to be dumped with like a ton of things. You're going to be freaking out like I did. If you're not so much like a Mario fan, like my friends who still went to watch it because because I told them to watch it with me, and they went to go watch it with me. And they still enjoyed it for different reasons. One of my friends enjoyed it because she's a Donkey Kong lover, I guess, of all that Donkey Kong stuff. And then my other friend, she liked it because we got to go to the fancy movie theater. And that one friend, she just liked the whole thing. Like, you know, all the colors. Like, if you're there for colors, and if you're there for, like, just a good story and a good time, I would recommend the Mario movie. I have talked about this movie for, like, what, 21 minutes? Goodbye.